Now, Linda knew she left intensive care last week after being hospitalised for 12 days with coronavirus. The special farewell that she received made headlines and actually made us all feel very hopeful. Well, Linda joins me now, live from Bournemouth, along with her daughter, Colette, and the intensive care consultant who helped save Linda's life. That's Michelle. It's great to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And you know what? That was so emotional, seeing all the staff applauding you. It was quite remarkable, Linda.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't make it out. I couldn't understand why they were all clapping me. It was a bit overwhelming. I should have been clapping them.
Oh, I know. Well, that's what we're all trying to do today. It's our way here at ITV to say thank you to the NHS. Now, look, when you got ill, Linda, because you're a nurse yourself, but when you got ill, what sort of symptoms and how did you feel?
I just started with a very dry cough one day at work, and the following day it got worse, so I self-isolated. And then I had every symptom going, vomiting, hot sweats, temperatures, rigor, dizziness, just everything. I just felt so ill.
Oh, it sounds absolutely horrendous. And of course, Colette, you're seeing your mum in this condition and you were the one that said, I've got to get her to hospital.
Yeah, that's right. I'd kind of been keeping in touch with her on a daily basis several times, just checking that she was okay. And after about 10 days, I just thought this is something's got to be done. So I got over there, put my mask and gloves on, and took her to A&E. And that was the last time I saw her in the flesh.
I know, that's so strange, isn't it? Because obviously, when you took your mum there, you had to go home and self-isolate yourself. So although you can see each other this morning, and I know you've been in touch, of course, very hard for you. It must have been really scary, Colette. It must have been really frightening to see your mum in that condition.
Yeah, absolutely. I was terrified. The hospital were amazing though, and they kept in touch with me and were phoning me to let me know how mum was getting on. But the phone call that I got on I think it was the Saturday, to say that mum had deteriorated so much and she was then going to have to be transferred to intensive care was just horrendous. But, you know,
it's the news you don't want to hear. That's the news you don't want to hear. Luckily, we have amazing people like Michelle looking after your mum. And Michelle, Linda really was very ill, wasn't she?
Yeah, when I first met Linda, she was looking exhausted. And then we got referred to her the next day and she looked even worse. So we thought, we want to get in early, get her up to the intensive care unit. And luckily, she turned around fairly quickly with the oxygen mask that we gave her, that we can only give on intensive care.
Of course. And how are all of you doing? How are you doing at the hospital? How's morale? How are you coping with all of this?
Yeah, luckily we've got an absolutely fantastic team, which I know Linda has also commented on how great our nurses are at keeping the morale up. And actually working together, it's been brilliant. And it's shown that everyone is willing to help out. We've had teams from other parts of the hospital learning new stuff, but doing it with great humour, which has been amazing to see everyone coming together.
That's what you need to get yourself through. You really do, actually. You do. And have you got enough equipment? Are you all right in where you are in particular?
Yeah, we're really lucky here that actually we haven't had the peak that everyone else has seen elsewhere in the country. Obviously, we're not sure why Bournemouth hasn't been quite as affected, but at the moment, yeah, we've got our PPE, we've got the ventilators spare, and we just want to encourage people to still come into hospital, because what we're seeing is people are too scared to come into hospital and sometimes leave it a bit too late.
Right. Well, that's actually a really good point, because I think there is a reluctance, first of all, to come into hospital, but also there is a reluctance by people to come in anyway, because it's like they almost don't want to. They're not sure whether their symptoms are severe enough. I mean, in Linda's case, obviously, Colette, you were there, Colette. You knew, you could see how ill your mum was, and you did absolutely the right thing.
Yeah, it was, I'm so glad that I did, and I'm so glad I got her there when I did, because I think had we left it a little longer, we could have had a different outcome. Not something any of us wanted, but the staff are incredible.
They absolutely are. I love that. I love that when everybody applauded your mum. I just thought that was terrific. That really was. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And Michelle, that was quite remarkable.
Yeah, we also unfortunately missed all the staff in ITU actually clapping her out as well. So, because they were in their gear, they couldn't come outside to say well done.
Right, but they were still there. They were still doing it. They absolutely were. Now, Linda, obviously you want to thank the NHS for what they have done for you, because I don't think you would have been here if it hadn't been for the amazing treatment that you received.
Well, I had no idea at the time. I really didn't know how bad I was. But what can you say? Thanks just doesn't cover it. They're just an amazing team in ICU, and on ward 26 when they took me there, they were all stars. And thank you's just not enough. They saved my life. Definitely saved my life.
And how are you feeling now? How are you doing?
I'm getting there slowly. My breathing's a little bit tight sometimes, but actually today I had a really good night's sleep, and I do feel much better today.
You've got to take care of yourself. It can take a while, can't it?
Linda, I think you've just answered the question I wanted to ask, but everybody knows how severe this virus can be. So was there a point when you were so ill that you were also anxious about the outcome, or were you just too ill to even think about it?
No, never even crossed my mind that I was that ill. I thought I've probably got coronavirus, and even when Colette dropped me off, I still didn't think it was anything too bad. And I can remember my son texting me. It was round about midnight one night, and saying, "Mum, I love you." And I thought, he's up late. Wonder why he's texting me now. I just didn't have a clue.
Sure, but he was obviously out of his mind with worry about you, and just wanted to make sure you were all right. The tough thing now, of course, is that you are on your own, and everybody has to self-isolate. Colette, you're the same. You know, you can't actually see your mum. I bet you just can't wait to see each other and give each other a hug.
Can't wait. Just can't wait for that day, and the rest of my family.
Of course, because it does really bring it home just what's important. I mean, we've got a lovely photograph that we're showing there of you and all the family, all some happier times. We will have that again, though. We'll get there again. We will.
Yeah, we will.
For sure. And thank you as well, Michelle. We need to say a huge thank you to you and all of the NHS. You've been amazing. We're going to send round some Corona Challenge. I've got together some goodies and some prezzies that we'll send to you and all the team at the hospital. Just a very small token of our appreciation. And we really thank you for everything that you're doing.
For all you do,
it's quite remarkable. And Linda, great to see you looking so well. Colette, lovely to talk to you too. And well done for being so quick thinking and getting your mum to the hospital.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Great to see you. Oh.